15 minutes, but I digress. But here we are in air conditioning, and I appreciate the WDRB Media Studios because they paid their air conditioning bill like they always do, and I am grateful. So we are able to be able to broadcast live from a comfortable situation. We have a round table of characters here in the studio with us. We have Mimi to my right.
Hello.
Double R to my left.
How you doing?
And Shai, stay ready.
How y'all doing?
We're
He's
excited
showing
to
out
have
today.
excited to have you guys here in the studio with us.
Thank
We
you
were
for having
off air, and you started talking about some stuff, and I was like, okay, well, we need to capture this and be able to share this with the people. Why don't you introduce yourself to the people and share with them what it is that Shai Stay Ready is passionate about?
Well, my name is Shai Stay Ready, as you've heard. I'm passionate about the world and love and giving everything we have to our community. Us becoming one as a people and a whole. That's my biggest standby right now. You know, I want us to all get along and be a group of people that we can share and love one another and help each other. It takes a village, no matter what we're doing. Oh, he playing me. Okay.
You know that ain't gonna happen. Come on, let's get real.
Anything's possible.
For 400 years we've been trying, and we still not there. We still shooting and smacking and killing and stabbing and.
But see, that's the problem. But you can't keep blaming that on everybody else. That's our own fault.
And that's why we kill each other.
It's your fault. And that's why we can't profit and prosper
killing
as a people.
That is true.
Right.
Right. We can't prosper as a people like that.
So what do
Like,
you say is the ultimate goal? How do you reach that goal?
love
how
and
do you-
prayer. Because without God, you can't get anything done regardless. And people don't really realize that. I mean, a lot of things, they've taken God out of church. They done took out of, I mean, God is out of church. Like, they got ATMs at the door now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they took Christ out of Christmas. When you start taking God and Christ out of everything, they took it out of schools. Look how the kids act. They shooting up schools. They shooting up churches. Where does that come into play? When we were little, like, that wasn't that long ago.
Back in 1938, going up the left side of the mountain, I had
It was good to
no
go
tennis
outside and be
shoes.
able to play. And yeah, kids could play, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what you did. You got up in the morning, your mom said, hey, out the door.
That's right.
And that's what we did.
You better be
Just-
back
you
in
out
that
the
street
door,
light. Come
right,
on.
street
You
light,
looking
right.
like little dust bunnies and everything when you come in. Bath water looking like
Smelling like
mud, you know.
outside.
Smelling like what they used to say, pole cat or something like that. You know, why you smelling like a pole cat? Well, I'm not outside in the heat, boy.
You told me to go outside. Don't be
But
running
now-
in and out.
They don't do that.
Making mud pies and stuff.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That was the real deal.
Right, playing doctor.
Well,
A little bit of school, you know what I'm saying?
Digging for
I was
worms.
the gynecologist.
Right. See,
That's what I want to be when I grow up. I'm
glad I didn't play
practice
with
right
him.
now.
Like, what were y'all playing? Good
Right.
Gynecological school and
Why they don't do that no more?
Because
pap smears
everything's-
became not popular.
Look at
no,
there.
I'm sorry. No.
Technology.
technology has evolved.
Oh, yeah.
You
You
have
look
to
up
think.
anything. Yes.
Laptops.
There's
cell
no film
phones,
for that.
Everything, you know.
They're
The
actually-
90s
We
came.
gotta make
put
a
it on
film
the
for that.
screen. But
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And once technology came, everybody just stopped.
Mm.
Kids are, I mean, as young as 1, 2 years old.
Mm-hmm.
They can get out there and there.
Can't
And then
even
you can
walk.
watch the little kids just sitting there just scrolling.
Mm.
My niece is
Video
4.
games.
She's on YouTube.
What's the new
Swiping.
game now? Fortnite.
And I'm like, you just starting to talk. How can you even search anything? But it'd be her little stuff on there. She's scrolling and
What's that dating app where you just like swipe? Tinder. How you know about Tinder? I know. She all exactly. She's like,
Don't forget that.
Ask somebody. Yeah, Tinder. We all use it. Yeah, that's everyday stuff.
Swiping away.
Exactly. She answered real quick. Oh, quiet. See, it's them quiet ones you need to be careful with.
Right,
Yeah. If
right,
you loud and stuff, then
right.
you cool, but you all quiet in the cut
She just
someplace.
come
Tinder.
she was just scrolling.
Exactly.
That's what it was.
Phone
Yeah.
kept pinging. Did you silence
gosh.
your phone? your phone kept your phone.
You're not over there
somebody's
smacking, are you?
phone. Was that your phone? Whose phone keep going off?
It wasn't.
If that ain't Jesus, then you turn it off.
We
or
need to
something.
swipe away.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
At least for a little while. Just for a little while.
But what about these kids playing the shooting games, Fortnite or whatever the new games are?
Right.
and-
It's got them so interested in gunplay, though.
Mhm.
You know
Even
what
though
I'm
it's a
saying?
game, do you think
Even
that
though it's a
influenced them in everyday life?
Yes, because majority of kids now don't know the difference between using their imagination and knowing what's really real. You know what I'm saying? So they see it on the game. They're out here. We want to go do the same thing. You see them with their little play gun shooting at traffic.
Hold the mic to you.
They're playing. You know, they're out here shooting at traffic, and this is what I want to do. I'm gonna do you and da 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 da, because this is what they've seen.
Right.
Wasn't there some cop that ended up shooting somebody because he had this play gun or something?
And it's happened
Like
like
a
that
water
plenty of
pistol or
times,
whatever.
right?
Yeah.
But the guns look so real these
Yeah.
days. They don't have necessarily the little orange or red cap on the end,
Exactly.
so
Little
they
cap
looking
gun,
like
pop gun.
So they got right. So they got
One
these
was
real
blue
looking
and
guns, and
purple.
if somebody come and hold that to you, you're like,
That's right.
wait a minute now.
You 16.
Right, right. You look like a grown man, so I guess I'm gonna have to take you out like what? You know? And then you done killed somebody's kid or you done injured somebody's kid, and they're like, but that was just a kid. All I seen was the barrel of a gun.
Mm-hmm.
What was your child doing with the gun?
Right. Just like when somebody break into your house. You're just shooting. If you know everybody's in their bedroom and this person ain't supposed to be here, you're just shooting. Then you cut
gotta
on the
go.
light, this is a 15, 14-year-old kid.
Breaking in the house.
Why?
You're
Why
not
you
supposed to ask
breaking in?
questions first and then
No.
You breaking in my
later.
house?
Yeah. Supposed to sit down, invite them to tea
No
and
questions.
stuff, and
Well, you could have knocked on the door.
find out why
I'm not gonna
they're
let you know I was in the
there.
bed. We can have tea tomorrow.
I'm gonna play
No,
it by the
but-
book. I thought he was a burglar.
Yeah, you
Right.
broke in.
That's it.
But it was your mama. She was hungry, so she came in. And,
Well, you didn't have
No,
break in.
mama ain't coming to my house in the middle of the night.
You don't know that. She could be hungry.
Mama don't
Mama
even
got her own
drink tea.
refrigerator.
But see, your refrigerator may be more appetizing.
No.
So
No,
Well,
then
hit me during business
then-
hours.
Then maybe I'll shoot her in the hip. But
Okay.
she's go get got.
Okay.
Coming up in there in the middle of the night.
That's true
I'm
because they
sorry.
like replace hips anyway, right?
Right. I just
Shoot her in the head.
I love you, but it's okay.
You're gonna
It's
get her
okay.
replaced any now, another year or two
Right.
anyway. It's life
Right.
expectancy, out there.
When you having problems with that anyway?
And it started because all these dances and stuff that these little kids be doing. Because see, your hip's supposed to last a lifetime. You're supposed to be 120 years old with that same hip. But they got to do the hip replacement thing because y'all are dropping it like it's hot and gyrating and twerking when you're
Right.
2 years old.
Right.
You ain't supposed to be doing that at 2.
Right.
So now when you get older, you wondering why at 50 you got to get your hip replaced because you were dropping it like it's hot.
Grandma
at
was
2.
twerking.
Exactly at 2 years old.
Because grandma was
She
on
was-
it.
she was-
That's right.
Okay. Look at the video of grandma.
Now,
Yes.
now,
Who grandma?
mind you, grandma had 12, 13, 14, 15 kids.
Right.
So,
But grandma also told us
doing
a Tootsie
something.
Roll.
Exactly. That's what I'm
So-
saying. Nowadays, at least, we got 2, 3, try to make it some sense because everybody be on the street corner broke, begging for food. There was a family out there. I was driving by, and there was a family. It was about a month ago. And they had the kids out there and everybody holding up signs, just wanting food. I'm like, how y'all using them kids like that?
Because the kids will stop traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, think about it. You have the grown people standing out there, and you ride by them every day.
Mm-hmm.
Toot-toot. Keep it moving.
Nice.
But if somebody throws a kid out there, you know what I'm saying? You're like, why are they out there? What's going on?
You know nothing.
Okay, you got them running with bottles of water, but you're sitting under the tree. Apparently, you really don't need much.
Yeah.
That's true.
And then I saw the kid had flies in front of his face or whatever. I'm like, did they not wash his face or whatever? But then when I looked closer, mom was behind the kid with this little string thing with these dead flies on the pin and
Are
putting
you
it over
serious?
in front of the kid's face to make it look like he had flies flying around his face. That's what they do with the 2 a.m. infomercial on TV.
They got it on
Yeah,
YouTube.
with the kid.
Yeah.
I'm feeling some type of
That
way.
look like the Buddha.
Right.
And for 50 cents a day, you can feed a whole village.
Yeah, you said
type thing. Yeah.
stuff, yeah.
Exactly. See.
Okay.
I just saw
Yeah.
on TV yesterday
Everything's
where they
about
wanted
money.
someone
It
to
is.
to
It is.
send money to take care of a snow leopard. I'm like,
Snow leopard.
a snow leopard.
So
They're
this-
becoming
what's that?
extinct.
It's like a white leopard, like an albino leopard. Is that
It
what that
wasn't
is?
white. It looked like a regular one. It was just in the snow. So I was like,
A leopard that's in the snow.
but they
said
call
it
it
was
a
just
snow
in the snow.
leopard.
Snow leopard.
So I'm like, I'm sending
Okay.
money to
So-
take care of an animal in the wild.
So-
How do I know I'm tending to this?
I mean,
One
you're
specific-
not feeding this animal because he's
I got an idea.
Okay,
Let's
what's your
all go
idea?
get in the snow. We be snow Negroes.
Money.
Send money.
Not 10 cents a day. I can't do
We
the
can't
10
make it
cents.
off of 50
No,
cents.
I can't. I'm
We
sorry.
can't do that.
In fact, our Cash App is. Get the swiping.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
So
It's
yes.
ridiculous because you see a lot of those what do you call them? GoFundMe.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those things are absolutely ridiculous.
I checked it out one day and the guy was like, "Hey, I need a car." I was like, "Me too."
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, it's like I need to get back and forth to work. Me too.
Like we can go split this GoFundMe.
right. Like I'll help you raise it. We gonna split it. Like,
Exactly.
but if you're just coming out, I just need a car.
But you said we need to get back to love. How do you see one in need, knowing that you need yourself? Isn't love giving without any limits?
Right. And that's exactly what it's supposed to be. But everybody has limitations on it. Or you got to learn to give love without needing anything in return. Point blank, period. That's everybody's problem. They don't want to do for you if they're not going to get anything back. That's not how the world works.
Well, actually, that is how the world
Well,
works.
that's not how the world's supposed to work. Let's put it like that. That's not how the world's supposed
But
to
the
work.
reality of it is that whole agape love, which is a love
God
that
love.
Jesus, he sent his son, died on the cross for us so that we might be able to live, and it's that sacrificial type love. We don't now do that. We talk about it.
And that's why we have all this going
but
on in
we
the world.
don't do that.
That's how we have
You know?
roads falling apart because it's raining. You know what I'm saying? You got people walking up in churches watching the service and then shoot 7 people
Everybody.
in the church.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why? We don't got to
Because
do
you're not
that.
holding a microphone.
Why? I mean, we're not doing that. We don't need to. My bad. We don't need to do that, though.
Can't
You
get
know?
your message.
Right, but we don't
Can you
need
hear
to
me
do
now?
that. You
Can
know?
hear me now? But we talk about agape love. We go ahead and we get married. Ooh, I loved you, and till death do us part, and you my boo, and we gonna go through anything together, and for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, in good times and bad times, and we road dogs, and to the end. And
As soon as
my
something
B-
happens.
and the minute something happened, you
Forget
know,
that love.
the money get funny. See ya.
Right.
I can do bad all by myself.
Right.
You know, there's no stick-to-itiveness. There's no commitment. There's no anything. Oh, you know, when things don't go your way, then, hey, I'm going over here to somebody
I gotta
else.
go my
and,
way.
you know,
Right.
It's like, so we talk about it, and it sound good,
But when it comes
but
down
over
to it,
50% of marriages end up in divorce.
yeah.
And if you get married again, I think that statistic increases to 75 or 80% because at that point, you like, yeah, I ain't signing
I
for
did
this.
it once.
You know,
Right.
it's one thing. I was in my 20s and I ain't know no better. So,
Right.
you know, we sort of work on this thing together. You dumb, I'm dumb. So we just be two
But
dumb
isn't
bunnies
it
trying to figure it
a
out.
life
But when you get
continuous
older,
thing, though. I mean, you learn and grow every day. You're learning yourself and growing with yourself every day. So it's continuous work.
but the problem
Right.
is that you end up outgrowing the other person. Because once again, sound good. Ooh, we gonna conquer the world, and we gonna do this, and we gonna have these dreams and these aspirations and this vision, and this is our mission statement, and we gonna, and then one person, you know, go back and go to school and get the education and get to learning and get the certificate and stuff like that. But the other person, they, you know, home in bed and they got the PlayStation in one hand, remote control in the other hand, and
Right.
you see one person growing at a faster pace
Right.
than the other person. So it's like you're leaving the other person behind, and now the person with the PhD is looking back saying, "You still got your GED. What you doing?"
Right.
It's not like we can afford it.
You ain't
We can make it
finished that
happen,
game yet.
but you're not motivated.
Right.
So now you want to ride on my coattail.
Right.
And because I got the whatever, now you want to be lazy and have me take care of you for like forever. And, you know, when we
For
first
richer or
started
for
this
poor.
thing, you know, it was
Right.
supposed
For
to be.
richer, for poor.
Exactly.
For
No
good,
matter
good, and the bad.
Poor.
Right. For the good and the bad. And sometimes the ugly.
Yes, especially if you get that bag of nickels smacked upside your face. Say no to the nickel.
But we
Smacking.
have film for that, so We have film
That's
to
true,
protect
'cause
us
you-
from.
He does film.
Okay.
It's similar to condoms where you wrap stuff, you know, but instead of wrapping
Scratches,
a penis, you're wrapping a vehicle.
Oh.
So he does that.
Oh, okay.
So,
He does all the rapping.
yeah,
Right.
Maybe they might have a film we could wrap ourselves together for the love.
exactly.
It might be
A
possible.
rap to bring
Well,
us
actually, I
together.
don't know because then you have all these babies being popped out.
Who's doing all the rapping?
But the
No.
film,
The film will protect.
protect.
Exactly. Okay. See, got a solution for everything.
Yes, I knew my solution.
We need to put a
One
film around the world.
What was your solution?
One was, to not do anything. Yes, Lord. One was good. He is 8. People ask me every day, "You ready for another one?" I'm like, "You paying for it?" I mean, kids aren't free. I don't think the Lord has.
No,
Bless
that
me.
excuse me. That's people strategically get the pregnant because the
Stay
government,
wrapped. Stay wrapped.
the
Okay.
government,
Stay wrapped.
you know, will pay you more money.
Right.
The more children you have. And,
have you met our new president,
and if you
though?
get a sugar daddy person, you know, that got like money,
there.
and there was
Not the
like
sugar daddy.
Not
See?
the sugar daddy.
Then
Not
guess
the
what?
sugar daddy.
Sugar
No,
daddy
sir.
gonna hook you up.
We're just gonna
You know,
eliminate
you got
that
the child
8C.
support. You got the government, cheese and stuff. You
Oh,
gonna
wow,
be,
not
you
the
gonna be
cheese.
set for life. You never go hungry.
They took that away.
They did.
That's
I
gone.
don't know more.
That's gone.
I figured they still had that.
My
No.
grandma
Somewhere.
used to use that
No.
cheese to make macaroni.
We got Kraft
Really?
now.
Yeah,
Right.
they the same.
Gotta go get that Velveeta.
You know, you pick
Like-
the cheese supposed to.
Uh-huh.
It don't do that no more.
I actually bought an investment property, and you know sometimes, and I don't know if this works or not, but when you buy houses to conserve water, when you flush the toilet, sometimes people will put a brick inside the tank, which will give the illusion that the tank is fuller, so you use less water because there's less water inside the tank. So I bought this one house, and there was a block of Velveeta cheese that was in there because I guess they couldn't afford the brick because they would have had to buy the brick, but they got the cheese for free, so they put the Velveeta brick inside the
You sure
tank.
they wasn't
and
trying to save that for like a later date?
they could have been. They could have been. You know,
They might have been trying to
that might have
ration.
been.
If we see it, we'll eat it. We gotta keep
Look,
this
That's
to the
right.
We're not
side.
really
Or
using it
hide
right now.
inside the toilet.
That or maybe
sink
they
thing.
didn't have no refrigerator or something. You know, maybe
Oh, so the
was
water
cold.
sort of
Water
keep
kept
it
it
cool
cool.
or whatever. See that? I didn't think about that.
Survival
See,
techniques, man.
people are smart. I'm
Yes,
telling
I
you.
just-
Yeah. So if you ever need to conserve your cheese, the tank part, not the bowl part, because the tank part is where you put your food in order to preserve your food to eat later.
And
Because
preserve your water.
We
Bill.
don't want food to go to waste because people in
But
Africa
don't invite me over for
are
any of that.
hungry.
food.
You know?
I'm just saying.
Save the cheese. I think
Not
I
being
got
petty or anything, but you know, I'm good. I do shakes and stuff. I'm
get that
great
out
with
Your
the
that.
mama
bathroom.
taught you to eat whatever's put before you.
Oh,
And
no.
don't you get up until you eat all that food.
Not when I seen you walk out the bathroom with.
No, that's
You know
it.
another
They
thing?
wash their hands.
Mm-mm.
Okay?
No,
could've
that's all
been-
right. You
could've
wash
been-
your hands, sanitize and everything. You keep that.
It could have been
God
because
bless
of the
your heart.
hurricane, though. You know, the bowl protecting the food.
Did they have the bag of
Thank
ice in it
you.
too?
Because you know you
Yes.
get in the tub and hide in the tub.
That's right. With the hurricane and
Really?
stuff.
Really?
And that's
Did you actually
yes.
cut this block of cheese open and see that it was actually cheese?
No, I
You might have had a block of
I-
something else that was in some Velveeta
Right.
wrapping, and you might have done threw away about
hire-
$30,000.
I
I
hire
don't know. I'm
people
just
for
saying.
that.
I'm just saying.
And he didn't show back up to work the next day, so
I'm
it
just
could have
saying.
been. It could have been the Velveeta box, and it
That's
could have
it.
been
Look
some
that.
money inside the box.
He had a brick in the box.
Right. Just wasn't a brick of cheese.
Wow.
I'm just
Okay,
saying.
so for all y'all out there doing that, you got a new stash spot now. You know what I'm saying? Wrap it up. If you need some film to wrap it up, just call me up.
That's right. And
Got the
they're
wrap.
calling you where?
Oh, what was the number?
Look, what was that?
252
Look, we're gonna-
425 3894.
We need to
He
put
got
you
it
a
for
cheat
you.
sheet or something. You want to say it again? Make sure you got it
252
right.
252 425 3894.
For all your
There it
vehicle
is.
wrapping,
For all your wrapping, window tinting,
residential,
all that.
commercial.
Cotton.
Blocking out the haters stuff. and-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping the cops out your business.
Exactly.
Searching
Hiding
the
your
trunk
stash.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
go
Yeah.
5%. 5%.
Don't go to jail though.
Yeah.
Please
Call
don't.
that number.
Put your hands on the steering wheel. I'm here.
10 and
Always
2.
remember.
10 and 2.
Right. 5% if you want to. Hands on the steering wheel.
Family, don't go anywhere. You're tuned in to the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRB Media, the voice of the community. We'll be right back.
Oh, goodness. Anybody need any rap?